The Dallas Mavericks are back, and they're bringing the heat. This isn't just a rebuild. These guys are on a mission to dominate the NBA. They've seen their share of ups and downs, but right now, they're playing like a championship contender. With a killer mix of seasoned veterans and some seriously talented young players, they're building something truly special. Their recent performances, they're totally amazing. After a few seasons of tweaking and fine-tuning, the Mavericks are finally firing on all cylinders. It wasn't just about swapping players. It was about finding that perfect chemistry and vision. With Jason Kidd leading the way, the team has nailed down their identity, balancing solid defense, fast breaks, and sharp shooting. At the heart of it all is Luka Doncic, the young phenom who's quickly becoming one of the most thrilling players in the league. His scoring, playmaking, and leadership are powering the Mavs' rise. And he's not flying solo. Kyrie Irving's flair has made them an even bigger threat. The Mavericks are on fire, winning 9 of their last 10 games and climbing to 3rd in the West. Their balanced attack ranks 4th in offense and 8th in defense during this stretch, showcasing a total team effort. Dallas pulled off an incredible comeback victory against the Memphis Grizzlies. Every player on the team stepped up and gave their all. Luka Doncic led the way with 37 points and 12 rebounds. In the final minutes, Spencer Dinwiddie and PJ Washington Jr. hit clutch three-pointers to seal the deal. The Mavericks overcame a 15-point deficit to win 121-116 on Tuesday night and advanced to the NBA Cup quarterfinals. Check out this clutch moment. Washington fought through a Marcus Smart screen, stayed with it, and made Morant take a tough fadeaway. On the very next possession, he forced Morant to dish it out from the baseline. With Washington locking it down and the Mavericks' defense stepping up, they went on a monster 13-0 run, flipping the game and sealing a 121-116 win on Tuesday night. Morant, who dropped 31 points and was on fire for most of the game, got shut down during that crucial stretch. The Grizzlies went ice cold, hitting just 1 of 8 shots in the last 3 minutes. Plus, Morant's desperation heave at the buzzer didn't help at all. The Mavericks' defensive improvement is a game changer for them. When they lock down on defense, it elevates their entire game. They become a much more formidable opponent, forcing teams to work harder for every basket. This newfound defensive intensity, coupled with Luka's undeniable offensive brilliance, creates a potent combination. It makes them a more complete, well-rounded team in the Western Conference, and a serious contender in the playoffs. The Mavericks have been quietly climbing the standings, but this win over the Grizzlies serves as a reminder of the team's potential when both offense and defense click. The future is bright, as Dallas continues to build momentum and aim for a deeper playoff run. On Tuesday, the Grizzlies struggled against Washington's defense, scoring just 3 points on 13 possessions when he guarded Morant. Against other defenders, they managed 59 points on 53 possessions, highlighting the impact of Washington's pressure. The Mavericks might have some defensive hiccups, like those late-game struggles against Memphis, but wow, their offense is something else. Luka Doncic is putting up MVP-caliber performances, running the show like a maestro. Add Kyrie Irving, Klay Thompson, and Spencer Dinwiddie to the mix, and you've got an offensive arsenal that's nearly unstoppable. Opponents just can't keep up with this much firepower. Sure, the defense isn't perfect, but with this kind of scoring depth and star-studded lineup, the Mavs are thriving. No wonder they're making waves as one of the West's top contenders. On a night full of clutch moments, Spencer Dinwiddie stepped up when it mattered most. If Washington was the late-game defensive star on Tuesday, Dinwiddie, delivering in a critical role down the stretch. With Klay Thompson hampered by lingering left foot plantar fasciitis, Dinwiddie seized the opportunity, showcasing his defensive chops and locking in during crunch time. Dinwiddie's defense was a clear upgrade over Thompson's on the night, especially in the final moments. He and Dereck Lively II teamed up for a massive stop while Washington focused on containing Ja Morant. When the Grizzlies set up a pick and roll with Desmond Bane and Jaren Jackson Jr., Dinwiddie was all over it, cutting off the middle, denying driving lanes, and seamlessly switching onto Jackson. At the same time, Lively contested Bane's long two-pointer, effectively disrupting the play and forcing the miss. It was textbook clutch defense. In the game, when the Mavericks were on the verge of losing their grip, searching for a spark to change the game, that's when Dinwiddie stepped up in a big way. With a clutch defensive stop, he completely flipped the momentum, giving Dallas the boost they needed. Moments later, he drilled 2 back-to-back threes, stretching the lead to 5 with just 70 seconds on the clock. Those cold-blooded shots didn't just secure the win, they highlighted Dinwiddie's ability to deliver in the clutch. His stellar defense and timely shooting were game changers, showcasing the Mavericks' depth and resilience, even with injuries piling up and key players like Thompson struggling to find their rhythm. Let's talk about another standout in this thrilling game, Lively. The guy was a beast on the boards, snagging 11 rebounds and making a huge impact in the Mavericks' win against one of the league's top rebounding squads. Thanks to efforts like his, Dallas has dominated the glass, ranking first in rebounding rate over their last 10 games. Sure, Lively's been exceptional, but it's not just him, it's a total team effort. Their commitment to crashing the boards shows how much they've grown and embraced a tougher, more physical style of play on both ends. The Mavericks' three-guard lineup puts a lot of pressure on Lively, Daniel Gafford, and Washington to step up defensively. With a smaller backcourt, these guys have to be the anchors, especially against bigger teams. After bringing in Thompson and Dinwiddie in the offseason, the Mavericks made it clear that Lively's defense needed to level up in his second year, and he's been up to the challenge. Lively's growth has been impressive. He's owning the paint, shutting down pick and rolls, and protecting the rim without fouling. On top of that, he's been a monster on the offensive glass, turning missed shots into second chance points. As the season progresses, the goal is for Lively to keep developing and help the team find that perfect balance between rebounding and spacing, making this guard-heavy lineup work. The Mavericks' defensive turnaround has been a game changer in their recent hot streak. With Dereck Lively on the floor, they're allowing 12.4 fewer points per 100 possessions, pushing their defensive rating to 103.5, the best in the NBA this season. This shift has been huge in making the Mavs a more well-rounded team. Luka Doncic, back after missing 5 games, has been on fire, dropping 30 points in back-to-back games. During this stretch, they've taken down heavyweights like Memphis, Oklahoma City, New York, and Denver. Their only loss? An overtime battle with Miami, when Luka was sidelined. Over the last 10 games, the Mavs have posted the league's best net rating of +10, proving they've leveled up in every aspect of the game. The Mavericks are looking seriously dangerous this season. Along with Dallas, Oklahoma City, Cleveland, and Memphis, are the only teams in the top 10 for both offensive and defensive ratings. That's a big deal because it shows just how balanced the Mavs have become. They're not just scoring, they're stopping opponents too. Defense was once a weak spot, but now it's a major strength, helping Dallas take on the best teams in the league. Combine that with Luka Doncic still leading a high-powered offense, and you've got one of the most well-rounded and feared teams in the NBA. And it's not just Luka carrying the load. Players like Lively have stepped up big time, becoming a defensive anchor that adds serious depth. The Mavs are now able to go toe-to-toe with the highest scoring teams and hold their own. Wins over powerhouses like Denver and New York show that Dallas isn't just a regular season contender. They're ready to make noise in the postseason too. After making it to the Western Conference Finals last season, the Mavericks are back and better than ever. With the addition of Dereck Lively, a stronger team chemistry, and the rise of key supporting players, they've got more depth and firepower than before. No longer a one-man show, this squad is firing on all cylinders and ready to take on any team. Between their dominance on both ends of the floor and Luka Doncic leading the charge, they're looking like serious title contenders this season. Their recent performances are a clear signal. They're one of the top teams in the league and could be a huge playoff threat. As the Mavericks continue to shine offensively and defensively, their climb up the Western Conference standings shows just how much they've grown. With Luka at the helm and solid contributions from players like PJ Washington, Spencer Dinwiddie, and Lively, they're proving they can hang with the best. This team is ready for a deep playoff run. If you love this breakdown of the Mavericks' success, don't forget to subscribe for more updates and analysis as the season unfolds. And drop a comment below. What do you think about their impressive rise and what's next for them? We want to hear your thoughts.